Good evening. This is the March 13th of 2024, calling to order Town of Monroe Board of Health regular meeting. It's approximately 6:06 p.m. We are doing this solely remotely and via all electronic equipment in pursuit with Connecticut Law Public Act 21-2. So at this point, I have no notification of any kind of public participation. Did you get anything for any strange reason, Amy?
I did not.
Okay, so then we'll go ahead and move right on to number letter C here, which is the approval of the minutes from our last meeting, which is dated December 13th, 2023. And I move to approve said minutes.
Mike will second that.
Excellent. Lax, did you get a chance to read the minutes?
Honestly, no, but I know I go with the majority. So
Okay. All right. And Amy, seeing as though you had Barbara type them for you, I guess
Yes,
you agree.
and I partake in the typing some of them. So yes.
Okay. So that carried unanimously. So at this point, I'll go ahead and turn the meeting over to you, Amy, and you can start going down the list of items.
All right, awesome. So some discussion items that I have for you guys is in January was Radon Awareness Month. We had a presentation on the 10th of January at the library, and we had about 10 people who attended. Throughout the months of January and February, we distributed 34 free radon test kits. And so far, we've received results back for 12 of them. So not great numbers back, but at least some numbers. We are currently in the middle of doing our food service renewals for all of our food service establishments in town. We're doing them both electronically and on paper since we've started to roll out our new database, which is going to allow us to take credit card payments for licensing. So somewhat of an exciting time, but of course, there's always some glitches going along with the new rollout. And then we also this week went in front of town council and had the approval for our revised job description for our sanitarian health program planner position. So that was approved, and we anticipate that this position is going to be filled in June. For the environmental health activity report, we're right on track with our routine inspections, and our soil testing and other septic related activities are starting to get busy since the spring is here and all it does is rain. Our revenue report, all license fees for salons were received, so everyone paid. We had a few late fees, so that was on there as well. And we're currently receiving all of our food service renewals. So probably for the next month, you'll see that that revenue line has reached its number it needs to reach. And then we have a grant update. We currently have 3 grants that we're working on right now. Our first grant is our ELC2 COVID grant. That grant was supposed to expire at the end of May. It has been extended now until 2026, but we do anticipate that the funds for that grant will run out in June of 2024. And that grant is being used right now to fund the health educator position that we have. Our public health emergency preparedness grant is a yearly grant we get from the state, which runs from July 1st to June 30th. Those funds are currently being used to fund a part-time public health emergency preparedness coordinator who's revising all of our public health emergency preparedness plans. And these plans have to be submitted to the state by June 30th with the first selectman's signature on them. And finally, we have our new workforce development grant that we just got in November. That runs through 2027, and we're just beginning to spend some of the funds from that grant on different trainings. And that's all I have for Director of Health discussion items.
Excellent. Yeah, it looked to me that as far as all the routine inspections, you guys are pretty much on track. It was nice to see that all the salons were paid and that the food service ones are starting to roll in now as well. Yeah, all of the revenue numbers all looked pretty much good to me. Looking through them, they're all either at or above projection, with obviously the next several months becoming a very busy time for construction and so forth. So feel pretty optimistic we'll be able to hit all of the numbers there with no issue at all. What was the second grant as well? I thought I had a question about that.
So the second grant is the Public Health Emergency Preparedness Grant. It's a yearly
Yes.
grant that we get
Yep.
from the state. It's
Yeah.
in like a 5-year cycle. It's kind of a funky grant.
Yeah. When are you guys drilling again? Do you have any idea?
We don't. We are actually at the end of the current funding cycle for the grant. It's in a 5-year term with 1-year parts. This is year 5. So the state is in the process of getting the information from the CDC on what's going to be required for the next 5 years, and then that'll trickle down to what we're required to do for next year.
Gotcha.
As of this fiscal year, we are caught up on our drills, except for one. We do a call down drill that I'll probably do in May.
Okay. All right. Lax or Mike, you guys have any questions about any of the money or inspection time or any of the grant or anything like that?
Nothing right now.
No, I don't.
Okay. All right. Well, geezy peasy. Was there anything else, Miss Amy?
No, I kind of stuck everything under there. Just try to give you a highlight of kind of what we've been doing. Oh, I did forget to mention our budget went through with no problem from the first selectman and through town council. So there was no change in what you guys had looked at in December, I think it was. In
Yeah.
December. Yeah.
Yep.
So there was no change to that. So it was perfect.
Okay. Now I believe I remember something about you were talking about adding some kind of additional fees to the fee schedule.
We did that. We had approved that. You guys, I think, approved it in September, October,
Okay.
November. It will not go into effect until July 1st.
Right. Well, I know it had to go to council and all
Yep,
that.
it went to
but-
council in the
but-
fall, I think before Ken left.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right, good. All right. Well, I guess that was pretty short and sweet then at this point. Does anybody have any questions or concerns that we need to address at this time? Mike?
I think everything's all good. No.
All right. Lax, are you good? Okay. All right, then at this point, I guess, we've run through everything at this point. I'll just go ahead and motion to adjourn the meeting. Thank you, everybody, for spending a few minutes this evening to kind of go over everything. Make sure everybody's staying up to date. Not sure when we will go ahead and meet again. My guess is probably going to be a couple of months at this point, unless something goes kind of haywire on the budget side when it goes out to vote or something like that. So I will motion to go ahead and adjourn this evening.
Mike will second it.
Okay. All
I'm in
right.
favor.
Thank
Okay.
you. Excellent. All right. So thank you much, everybody. Certainly appreciate it.